rise then. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Okay, welcome to the December 20th regular meeting of the Sac River Board of Education. In compliance with the Open Public Meeting Act, Chapter 231, Laws of 1975 of the State of New Jersey, adequate notice of this meeting of the South River Board of Education was provided in the following manner. On December 2nd, 2021, the notice was delivered to the office of the South River Borough Clerk and posted at the Board of Education Administration Building. On December 2nd, 2021, the notice was faxed, mailed to the following newspapers: Home News Tribune, Sentinel. On December 2nd, 2021, the notice was posted at the South River Borough Clerk's office. Mr. Kokoska, would you please call the roll?
Mr. Bazak? Here. Mr. Budson?
Here.
Mrs. Bush?
Here.
Mrs. Byrne?
Ms. Byrne has been excused.
Mrs. Lowe?
Here.
Mr. Nielsen?
Here.
Mr. Rashatar?
Mr. Rashatar has been excused.
Mr. Sadowski?
Here.
Mr. Vanek?
Here.
Ms. Passion?
And she has been excused also, Ms. Passion. Thank you. We have a quorum. Our first item on the agenda, Mr. Kokoska, we have some minutes.
Yes, we do. We have the April 26th, June 24th, July 22nd, August 19th, September 23rd, October 28th, all revised, and then in November 18th and the 22nd of November.
Thank you. Any board members have any questions or comments on these minutes or corrections? And what is your pleasure on the minutes?
Move the minutes.
We have a motion by Mr. Nielsen,
Second.
second by Mr. Bazak. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. And just to refresh my memory, and hopefully some of yours maybe, this is a combined meeting, so we're going to go over the reports, then we'll have the consent resolution. But there's a couple of items that we can vote on before then. One of them being our use of facilities. Mr. Kokoska.
And we have two items, the class of 2023 in the South River Police Department.
Any questions or comments? And board members, what is your pleasure on this?
Move the use of facilities in accordance with board policies.
Motion by Mr. Nielsen,
Second.
second by Ms. Lell. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Motion carries. Financial report, Ms. Lell.
Thank you. Be it resolved that the Board of Ed hereby certifies that it is in receipt of the financial report, which indicates that no major account has been overexpended, and that sufficient funds are available to meet the district's financial obligations for the remainder of the fiscal year. The report was attached. And then do I make a motion now, or do we go? Yep, and I so move. Because the consent that it's supposed to be.
Okay, thank you. We have a motion by Ms. Lell
Nielsen, second.
and second by Mr. Nielsen. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Financial report carries. And now at this time, we're going to turn the meeting over to our Superintendent of Schools, Superintendent Zurcher.
Thank you, Mrs. O'Reilly. We had some great events this month. Congratulations to the 13 students who were inducted into the National Honor Society. We had a celebration for this event in combination with the Wall of Fame inductees. We were able to induct our honorees from 2020 as well as 2021. It was just a very well attended and just very, very nice ceremony. That was exciting. The COVID-19 pandemic is still something that we're definitely talking about. Our region continues to be in orange level of transmission, that is a high level of transmission. And now, as of the latest report, the entire state is back in that orange level, high level of transmission. Our weekly dashboard is posted, and you can see the numbers that we just posted on Friday were higher than numbers that we've had definitely since the beginning of the year. So really what's happening in our district and our community is reflective of really what's happening nationwide, worldwide, etc. So please, we urge our parents to to monitor symptoms for their children, to please inform us if the children are ill. If the family needs COVID testing, it seems like COVID testing is getting a little bit more difficult again to gain access to. We do have testing available here in the district, both rapid and PCR. So we urge families, if your child has symptoms, if you need testing, please contact Mr. Crouch, and he will be able to assist you. In some cases, we've even been able to bring tests to a family's home. They've had a sense of urgency and were not able to come to the district. So really, any circumstance that a family might face is something we can talk about, and we will do our best to accommodate. We have access to vaccination information as well. Please, if you're interested in vaccination and you're not sure where to go, please also contact Mr. Crouch. He can help set up an appointment for either a child, one of our students, or a family member. And vaccines are now available for individuals 5 years and older. So please, if you're interested, let us know. We can really link you to resources in that regard. Also, booster vaccine is available. All of New Jersey residents are now eligible for that vaccine booster. Again, please let us know if you need information, resources, we can help. The holidays do bring some of our families to travel. We do still have a travel quarantine in place in the district. We are following the recommendation of the CDC in this regard. So if you're traveling outside of New Jersey, Pennsylvania, New York, or Connecticut, please let us know, and then we will work with you with that quarantine period. That recommendation for the quarantine is 10 days if you're not going to test, or 7 days if you test negative on day 3, 4, or 5 of your return. So we will work with you to help figure out all of those dates. We will work with you to get you a test and try to get you back to school as soon as possible. We did receive an update just on Friday regarding a change to quarantine period overall. The quarantine period was 14 days while we were in that orange level of transmission. The level of transmission is no longer indicative of that quarantine period, meaning that now regardless of the level of transmission, the quarantine period is 10 days. And I'm going to speak into my mic because I just got a signal from Mr. Doherty. That quarantine period is now at 10 days, and you can also test back to return. If you test on days 3, 4, 5, you may return on day 8. 7 days of quarantine, you're back on day 8. We're really inspired by some of what our students have been participating in and doing this month. It's just really exciting to see. Our food collection for Thanksgiving, for example, at the middle school was huge. Adopt a family, there are just boxes and packages and tons of things in our board office that have been collected by students in the National Honor Society as well as students in the Adopt a Family Club. That is led by Jasmine Molitano at the board office. She does an excellent job. And we also want to thank the borough. They are helping us with transportation this year by helping us with one of their vans to help make those deliveries. That has been just a really nice connection and link with the borough as well. And just really the spirit of giving and community can definitely be seen this month. And we are grateful for our staff and our students for that. And just really lastly, happy holiday. Everybody stay safe and healthy, and we'll see you in 2022. It's incredible to believe this is our last board meeting of 2021. And so concludes my report. There are also there's also a confirmed HIB report included in my report for the board to review and consider. That's it. Report. Thank you.
Thank you. Any board members, any comments, questions for the superintendent? And what would be your pleasure on the superintendent's report?
Move the superintendent's report is read.
Motion by Mr. Nielsen.
Second.
Second by Mr. Basak. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Okay, at this time, we're going to have our first reception of visitors. We're going to ask that the public address agenda items only. If you decide to do so, please come to the podium, state your name and address, and please keep your comments to a 10-minute time limit. And we will put that on first call, second call, and third call. Seeing no one wishing to address us at this time, we will move on to our committee reports and close that public session. First, our buildings and grounds. Mr. Nielsen.
Okay, let me get to it.
Sure.
Got it in here somewhere. Here we go. From Mr. Blasio, the holiday season is upon us again, and with that comes all the fun that winter brings. Let's hope that four-letter word is not uttered a lot over the next few months. Over the past few weeks, our maintenance crew has been preparing our winter equipment, snow blowers, shovels, and plows. Denny Stadium, the concession stand, restrooms, and irrigation system have all been winterized, and all the seasonal grounds and fall sports equipment was prepped and put away for winter storage. At the primary school, a new blower motor was installed in the rooftop unit, a new smart board was wired and installed in the elementary school, and the special education office received a needed facelift with paint, some new conference room furniture, and new electrical circuits installed in their copy room. At the high school, gym lights were replaced for the start of the upcoming basketball season. Rooftop drains were cleaned and all debris removed, and the walk-in refrigerator was repaired. As of 2021 comes to an end, I would like to take this opportunity to thank our maintenance staff and custodial teams for all their hard work and long hours this year. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to our entire Ranch family. And that's all I have for Mr. Blasio tonight.
Thank you very much. Board members, any comments, questions? Okay. Then our athletics and extracurricular, Mr. Goodson.
There's only one item, and we are accepting home and away basketball uniforms for the boys team from the GROSPE family. That's all I have.
Thank you. Yes, that was a very nice donation. Finance, Ms. Lowe.
Thank you. There are 18 items this evening. 8.1, approve, apply, submit grant applications. 8.2, approve award for 21-22 health benefit rates Garden State Health Plan, Blue Horizon. 8.3, approve transfer capital project funds to debt service funds. 8.4, approve contract DI Group Architecture LLC, Architectural Services, Primary School Temporary Classroom Unit. 8.5, same group, Elementary, Middle School Outdoor Learning Spaces. 8.6, approved contract French and Pearl Associates Engineering Services for the Elementary, Middle School Outdoor Learning Spaces. 8.7, approved contract DI Group Architecture LLC, Architectural Services for the High School Classroom Addition. 8.8 is the French and Pearl Associates for the High School Classroom Addition. 8.9 is approved contract Volani Bus Company, Hershey Park Field Trip Transportation Service Provider for the 21-22 school year. 8.10, approved contract Rubicon West LLC, Professional Development Service Provider for the 21-22 school year. 8.11, approved program Savas Learning Company LLC, Curriculum Services Provider for the 21-22 school year. 8.12, approved contract Reddit School LLC, Enrichment Activities Services Provider for the 21-22 school year. 8.13, approved IDEA grant carryover funds amendment number 1 for the 21-22 school year. 14, 15, and 16 are tax requisitions, line items, and requisition list. 8.17 is addition contract Brookfield Academy DBA Brookfield Schools for home instruction provider 21-22 school year. And 8.18 is addition approved submit accept Elementary and Secondary Education Act consolidated grant application carryover funds for fiscal year 2022. And that is all I have.
Thank you. Instruction, Ms. Bush?
Sure. There are 6 items on the agenda this evening. 9.1, approve professional development and travel expenses for the 2021-2022 school year. 9.2, to approve out-of-district placements for 2021-2022 school year. 9.3, approve charter school tuition 2021-2022 school year. 9.4 is the approval of curriculum guides, and there's a little over 20 curriculum guides that Dr. Trevisano has been working on with various teachers to keep us in compliance. 9.5, addition, approved field trip 2021-2022 school year. And 9.6 is the approval, addition, approved home instruction 2021-2022 school year. And as far as Dr. Trevisano's report, they are, again, still continually working on those curriculum guides. As you see that we're approving some, but we are also in the process of scheduling, or the beginning of the scheduling program. So they're reviewing course offerings, they're going to generate teacher and student requests, and then they'll begin for next school year. And that is all I have.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
On negotiations, I'm going to ask our attorney, did we get anything from our SREA? I know we sent them stuff, correct?
We've
Is
sent
there-
them all of the base data. I've spoken to the NJA bargaining rep. I met with the administrative team, Ms. Zurcher, and the team, and we went over the contract and some areas of administrative concern. We're putting together draft proposals, and then we're going to, once the year has turned over, we're going to schedule a meeting with the negotiations committee to go over those, and then schedule meetings with the SREA where we will receive their proposals and then respond with ours. So the process is underway.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Ms. Zurcher. Policy and legislation, Ms. Bush.
Sure, there's nothing on the agenda this evening.
Okay, thank you. Human resources, Mr. Dazak.
Thank you, Ms. Urbanek. 25 items on the agenda. Item 12.1, approve resignation, Jacqueline Stempora, school nurse. Item 12.2, approve resignation, Caitlin Servon, middle school guidance secretary. Excuse me. Item 12.3, approve resignation for retirement, Josephine Sabella, elementary school teacher. Item 12.4, approve appoint Sylvia Zurcher, representative to the Representative Assembly of the Educational Services Commission of New Jersey. Item 12.5, approve disability sick maternity family leave, Emily Summer, elementary school teacher, 2021-2022 school year. Item 12.6, approve intimate New Jersey family leave, Elizabeth Wailuda, elementary school special education teacher, 2021-2022 school year. Item 12.7, approve unpaid leave of absence, Christine Kilda, elementary school special education teacher, 2021-2022 school year. Item 12.8, approve unpaid leave of absence, Purva Mehta, preschool classroom paraprofessional, 2021-2022 school year. Item 12.9, approve intimate family leave, Diane Galatro, high school math teacher, 2021-2022 school year. Item 12.10, approve additional co-curriculum staff, high school, 2021-2022 school year. Item 12.11, approve appoint Carissa Disney, supervisor of ESL, leave replacement, 2021-2022 school year. Item 12.12, approve appoint Matthew Septer, high school math teacher, 2021-2022 school year. Item 12.13, approve salaries non-bargaining unit, revised 2021-2022 school year. Item 12.14, approve salary adjustment, John Coran, 2021-2022 school year. Item 12.15, approve professional development, turnkey presenters, 2021-2022 school year. Item 12.16, approve all teaching staff members as district professional development, 2021-2022 school year. Item 12.17, approve staff changes for curriculum revisions, 2021-2022 school year. Item 12.18, addition, approve additional co-curriculum staff, high school, 2021-2022 school year. Item 12.19, addition, approve appoint Maida Baba, special education paraprofessional, 2021-2022 school year. Item 12.20, addition, approve appoint Roslana Trico, school nurse, 2021-2022 school year. Item 12.21, addition, approve appoint additional site workers, 2021-2022 school year. Item 12.22, Addition, approve, appoint Elizabeth Zabo, Middle School Guidance Secretary, 2021-2022 school year. Item 12.23, addition, approve, appoint Linda Rodriguez Fernerno, High School Secretary, 2021-2022 school year. Item 12.24, addition, approve, appoint additional lunch aide, substitute lunch aide, 2021-2022 school year. And item 12.25, addition, approve, appoint Caitlin Servon, Student Information Systems, State, Federal, and Local Testing Specialist, 2021-2022 school year. And that's all I have.
Thank you. Our safety and risk management report, Ms. Yagowski.
Thank you, Mr. Vanek. There are 3 items on the agenda. 13.1 is to accept the 21-22 bus drills. Item 13.2 is to approve route number 0639 to South River High School, Educational Services Commission of New Jersey for the 21-22 school year. 13.3 is the addition approve route number T238 to Coastal Learning Center, Monmouth, Educational Services Commission of New Jersey for the 21-22 school year, and that's all I have for tonight. Thank you.
Thank you. So at this time, we will call for the consent resolution and a vote to be taken. Are there any questions, comments, any items that want to be read separately, or any abstentions?
Yes. Under Human Resources, I want to abstain on items 12.13 and 12.23.
So noted. Are there anyone else? Yes, Ms.
And
Lowe.
I'd like to abstain from item 12.22 under human resources.
So noted.
That was 1 in 23, maybe Mr. Bezak. That was 1 in 23?
12.13 and 12.23.
12.13.
Yes. Thank you.
And 2-3.
Correct.
And you have Ms. Wells? Okay. Would you read the consent resolution, please, then?
The South River Board of Education, by means of a consent resolution, adopt various resolutions of a routine and non-controversial nature at one time, whereas the below listed resolutions are hereby adopted by said Board of Education in whole, as if the same were individually acted upon under the Superintendent's Report 3.2, Athletics 7.1, Finance 8.1 through 8.18, Instruction 9.1 through 9.6, Human Resource 12.1 through 12.25, and Safety and Risk 13.1 through 13.3.
Okay, thank you. Roll call, please.
Mr. Bezak?
Yes.
With the use of assumptions. Mr. Budson?
Yes.
Mrs. Bush?
Yes.
Mrs. Lell?
Yes.
With the exceptions, abstentions, excuse me.
Yes.
Mr. Nielsen?
Yes.
Mrs. Zowski?
Yes.
Mr. Vanek?
Yes. Thank you. At this time, we're going to ask Mr. Nielsen to go over our school community relations.
Thank you, Madam President. We have 3 items tonight. First one will be a press release for the Middle School Students of the Month for November of 2021. The ELA for grade 6 is Lauren Gaspar, grade 7 is Tatiana Branson, and grade 8 is Mia Morrison. In math, grade 6 is Sophia Morley, grade 7 Marco D'Souza, grade 8 Alyssa Calderon. In science, grade 6, we have 2, John Markowski and Emma Ramirez. Grade 7, also have 2, Lucy Silva and Jenna Dupuy. Pardon if I ruined that. Grade 8, we also have 2, Mary Ann D'Souza and Sayura Lopez. And SS for grade 6, Peter Ally. Grade 7, Kayla Krickmeyer. Grade 8, Alan Zaretti. ESL, we have grade 7, Perla Martinez. In PE for grade 6, Daniel Rival. Grade 7, Andrew Dovner. Grade 8, Michael Rivas. In Cycle for grade 6, Alfonso Arriaga Rios. Grade 7, Kenai Campbell. In grade 8, Michael Costa. Mr. Risk, thank you for those. We have for press release the Exemplary Educator Recognition Program. Each year, the New Jersey Department of Education invites public school districts, including charter schools, that would make Tony happy, to participate in the Exemplary Educator Recognition Program. The goal of this program is to identify outstanding educators for special recognition, alternating between elementary, pre-K to 5, and secondary 6 to 12 every year. Exemplary educators exhibit strong knowledge and skills, an inspiring presence, and a positive impact on students, colleagues, and the school community. The nominee must also have a rating of effective or highly effective on his or her most recent final submitted evaluation. We are pleased to announce that 2 of our district teachers have received this prestigious recognition. Congratulations, South River Middle School science teacher, Mrs. Allison Stefaro, and South River High School English teacher, Mrs. Shauna Iazetta. Thank you, ladies, on that. And next we have the Governor's Educator of the Year program. Congratulations to the following staff members for being selected to represent South River in the Governor's Educator of the Year program. Governor's Educator of the Year, High School, Sarah Stout, English teacher. Middle School, Allison Stefaro, Science teacher. Elementary School, Rebecca Liska Hadley, Grade 5 teacher. Primary School, Sandra George, ESL teacher. Educational Services Professional of the Year, High School, Teresa Januska, School Social Worker. Middle School, Kelly Ferreira, School Social Worker. Elementary School, Sarah Imirani, Media Specialist. And that's all I have. Congratulations to all of our teachers and our service personnel on the Governor's Education Board.
Thank you. And do you have anything, Mr. Nielsen, for the School Board Borough Council Liaison Committee?
No, not at this. I was a little under the weather last month, and I have not gotten to see her this month, so hopefully with the reorganization in January, we'll find out if we have the same or someone new.
Okay, thank you. PTA Liaison, Ms. Sadowski.
Thank you. There's not much going on with the holidays coming up, but as we found out last week, the primary school postponed their Winter Wonderland, and the elementary school postponed their winter dance to later dates, so hopefully that can happen soon. And that's really all I have. Thank you.
Thank you. Our South River Public Library Liaison, Mr. Budson.
Well, the library is wrapping up the year with having, making Christmas decorations, building gingerbread houses, and places decorated for Christmas, and that's all I have.
Thank you. We do not have anything from South River Foundation for Educational Excellence. Our student board representative has been excused. Is there any old or new business to come before the board at this time?
I just want to mention something. I don't know
Sure.
if it's really under new business, but I heard on the radio the other day that the state is now going to implement a law where you have to put your agenda on at least 48 hours prior to, and you have to post your curriculum and what books are being used and all that. And I just want to say is that, again, we're ahead of that curve. Now, you have to make it a law, but yet, you know, here we are. We've been doing it for as long as I can remember. And now that we have it out here on the World Wide Web where everybody and their brother can see it, again, South River is ahead of the curve. So we don't need a law to run our schools in a functional way. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, good point, good point. I'm going to ask our attorney now to give his report. I believe you have something for us.
Yeah, I spoke to Ms. Zurcher last week, and over the weekend this has become an increasing issue statewide about is the superintendent going to close schools? Is the principal going to put us on a remote platform? Is the board shutting us down? These are rumors and questions that are being asked in every town in the state. And there is a clarification that the board and the public need to be aware of. This is not last year. It's marginally better. Only marginally better. But there are significant differences about the triggering events and the authority to go from regular in-school education to remote education. As you'll recall, in the road forward, which replaced the road back, Governor Murphy came out with what Mr. Rashitar in a phone call with me today called an edict, which I think is about right, that all schools will return to brick and mortar education. Everyone will be in person. The parental option for remote education disappeared as of April, effective September. And so too did the discretionary superintendent move to remote. This is the issue we need to discuss. In the Road Forward document, which was released in April on page 13, and in a new state law, which is effective for this year, which is NJSA 18A 7F9, for those of you keeping track at home, Section B specifically. There is no discretionary move to remote education. By state law, it's not an executive order even, it's an actual statute, the superintendent or anyone else can only move you to remote education in a public school district in the event of a new state of emergency being declared, let's hope not, a new public health emergency being declared, let's hope not, or upon the directive of a local health authority. In other words, it's not your call. If numbers become grim in a building, in a class, in a school, or in a whole district, the superintendent, with Matt Crouch, with Joe, everybody would reach out and we would articulate, as you've always done, with the County Department of Health. They may say, these numbers are unacceptable, this school or this district needs to go on remote for 2 days, 5 days, whatever. But it is never, unless there is a change in law, going to be your direct call to just say, as the rumors are, oh, Sylvia's putting us on remote. That is not an option that your superintendent or any other superintendent has, independent of the County Board of Health. So that's where we stand now. You will continue to hear the rumors. You'll hear more and more of them. The biggest one now is, oh, we're not coming back in January. These are no more than rumors. And if it changes, yep. And your district was quite vigilant last year, and certainly this year, of staying up and running. Better than almost all of the other districts in Middlesex County. You did an amazing job with that. But there is no independent authority, there is nothing brewing right now, and without the directive, or without what would be, I assure you, headline news statewide of a new state of emergency or public health emergency, remote is no longer an option that can just come and go. So any questions, I would be happy to answer on that issue or related issues. Otherwise, that's the big update, as far as just clarifying what a lot of people in the public are understandably quite concerned about right now.
Thank you. Any board members have any questions?
Thanks for that clarification, because you know
Yeah.
we're going to get it.
Yes, thank you.
Well, I wanted you to have the right information so that if you were put in a position where you had to respond, you have the background to do so.
Oh, my background is call the office.
That's always the best response.
That is a safe response for any board member at any time.
Call the office.
Thank you, and that also extends to the Board of Education, meaning that we cannot vote as a board
Nope.
to go virtual.
That is correct. A
Thank you.
9-0 board vote would have no legal effect without the Board of Health.
Yes. All right, thank you very much. Payment of bills, Ms. Lowe.
The Finance Committee recommends that all bills presented having been certified by the School Business Administrator Board Secretary be paid as listed, and I so move.
A motion by Ms. Lowe,
Second.
second by Mr. Nielsen. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, good, we can pay the bills. So at this time, we are going to have our second public session. And once again, we ask that the public come to the podium and the microphone. And at this point, you can address any concern or comment that you have for the board. Please state your name and address, and please keep your comments to a 10-minute limit. On first call, second call, third call. Seeing no one from the public, we will close that. And can we have a motion to adjourn?
Nielsen.
Motion by Mr. Nielsen.
Second.
Second by Ms. Lowe. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. This meeting